It was on the 123rd annual matchup between the United States Military Academy and the United States Naval Academy that my brother and I decided to reunite. And what better place than Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love and where our nation was founded. Not only did I learn more about my brother's military experience over more than 20 years, I also met some of the commanders and officers he led and served with during his tenure. I saw a side of my brother I had never really known. I realized that I was among some of the greatest commanders that had ever served with the 82nd Airborne in the past 30 years. It was a remarkable fraternity of soldiers bound by our service to this country. As we gazed down upon the field, we saw incredible talent. But between our box seats and the field was a sea of cadets, young men and women destined to be the next generation to defend our nation. And in that moment, I found myself marking time. While those young faces reminded me I'm getting older, I also flashed back to 1992, realizing that I had once stood in their shoes at the same age, raising my hand to serve. As for the game, I learned that this is the only matchup played on this day in the U.S. It's a sacred day to play what is aptly called America's game. A Hollywood scriptwriter couldn't have written a better story. Both teams playing with everything they had through the ups and downs until the final seconds when a tie-breaking field goal clinched it for the Army. The final score, 2017. I captured these images of the cadets storming the field and rejoicing in the stands. This game left an incredible mark, not just on the show of sportsmanship and skill on the field, but in the way it reaffirmed my love of country and brought me closer to my own brother. And beyond that was the fundamental fact that while these two teams lined up on opposite sides of the field, played against each other, they knew their most important calling would ultimately bring them together. These two teams will unite as one to defend this country and our Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. At the end of the day, while the Army won the matchup, I left the stadium knowing America was the real winner.